Let's be real for a second. Have you ever felt like the world is just sprinting ahead with artificial intelligence and you're kind of left in a cloud of confusing jargon? Well, today we're going to dive into a book that promises to be the perfect antidote to that feeling. It's all about turning that AI anxiety into actual, genuine understanding. So, let's see if it delivers. This quote from a reader, Sneha, just hits the nail on the head, right? That mix of being super curious but also, a little bit terrified. It's a feeling so many of us have, and it's the exact problem this book is trying to solve. So if you think of AI and your mind immediately goes to, as one reader put it, big words and small headaches, you are definitely not alone. It's that overwhelming feeling that makes us not even want to start learning in the first place. And it's clear a lot of people see AI and their first thought is job loss or maybe losing control. But this book, it completely flips that script. It reframes AI not as some, sinister robot overlords, but as a potential companion, a tool that can actually enhance what we already do. So who's the person taking us on this journey from total confusion to hopefully a lot more clarity? Let's meet our guide. Okay, now this is what I find really interesting. The author, Samara, isn't your typical tech guru. He's a former Air Force intelligence officer. I mean, think about that. His entire career was built on taking ridiculously complex data and making it simple enough for anyone to understand. That skill, unscrambling these super intricate ideas for a broad audience, that's his superpower. He spent years honing that ability, whether he was briefing military leaders or now helping the rest of us finally get a handle on AI. And he does it in a way that is just completely different from those dry, super serious tech books you might be picturing right now. This comparison just says it all. On one side, you've got the usual suspects, techie jargon, intimidating walls of text. On the other, refreshing humor, engaging storytelling, personal anecdotes. One reader even said it's like learning from your funny best friend who just happens to know everything about AI. And this is the result of that approach. You get readers like Emma who aren't just grinding through a textbook, they're actually laughing, learning, and enjoying the whole process. That combo of being really smart but also ridiculously fun, that's a game changer. But, okay, it's not all just fun and games. The real goal here is to arm you with actual practical knowledge. So how does the book really turn all that confusing jargon into useful insights you can actually use? Well, one of the first big aha moments the book gives you is this. AI isn't some far-off, futuristic concept. A key takeaway is just how deeply it's already woven into our everyday lives and all the tools we're already using. Just think about it for a second. Siri, Alexa, ChatGPT, even the way your photo app organizes pictures for you, or how an online store knows exactly what to recommend, that's all AI in action. The book uses these familiar examples to make the whole thing feel way less abstract and much more real. And it doesn't stop there. It takes those big, scary-sounding terms like machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and breaks them down so clearly that, as one reader put it, you could explain them to your little nephew. No PhD required, which is pretty awesome. And of course, it also dives right into those tougher questions we all have on our minds. The book directly confronts the fear of AI taking jobs, and it reframes the conversation around how we can create new opportunities, not just worry about the old ones. And this is where it gets really powerful. Check this out. A reader, Dave, who's an investor, went from not getting AI to actually using ChatGPT to build a real investment plan. That is the perfect example of going from fear to a practical, super high-value application. So ultimately, the book really tries to be more than just an explanation. It's positioned as a tool for your own personal transformation. Hey, remember Emma, the one who was laughing while she was learning? Well, here she is after finishing the book. She went from being intimidated by tech to becoming the go-to AI expert in her family. I mean, that's a massive shift in confidence. So, the journey the book lays out is this really clear path. It meets you right where you are, curious but maybe a little scared, and then it guides you through discovering AI with stories, seeing it in your own life, and finally getting that confidence to actually use it yourself. And that's the bottom line, really. The whole point is to make the future feel accessible, to take this huge, intimidating topic and make it feel not just less terrifying, but genuinely doable. So we're left with this final, really empowering question. Once the mystery is gone and you have the knowledge and the confidence, all these possibilities open up. The question is no longer, what is AI? It's what are you going to do with it?